Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Today I will be explaining why I decided to transition. Now, today someone had helped me decide what my next video should be. So right here. I posted and I was like, what should my next video be about? And then I seen why I decided to transition. I was like, that would be good. So let's get into it. Now, I remember it was, of course, I believe all of us were going through many phases. 6th grade. Yeah, 6th grade, middle school years, we're all either the weird kid, the cool kid, the emo kid, everybody gets that. I was the weird kid, the one with colored hair, the scared one, that was me. I remember in 6th grade, I still had long hair. Let me show you. That was me. That's crazy. Wow. I still had long hair and I was okay with being cool, the gender I was born as, a female, and I was somewhat okay with it. I wasn't, deep down in me, I had this feeling, but it wasn't nothing too serious. I didn't take it seriously. But as time went by, I cut my hair short. I remember that was a big change because I was like, I'm tired of this long hair. I don't want it. I didn't feel comfortable in it anymore. And so I cut it short. Not too short, but short, a little, it was up to here. And I still had bangs. My bangs were colored green. That was not it. But I remember it began there. And why I decided to do that was because I just no longer felt comfortable in my long hair. I didn't know why, but I just knew I wanted it gone. And so I cut my hair short and I felt great. I felt better than ever. It was amazing. I mean, I was like, wow, gained a little bit of more confidence, but I was still insecure as, being a female, but I didn't know it then. So later on, it began with me feeling uncomfortable with my clothes. Yeah, I remember I used to wear, let me tell you, I did not have taste in clothes. I mean, I did not match. My hair was all over the place. My clothing was all over the place. But I remember it started with me feeling uncomfortable with tight shirts. Like girl shorts, shirts, sorry. And, tight pants. It just started making me just want to rip out of my clothes. And so I remember I decided wearing tons of hoodies and sweatpants. That was like my to-go-to outfit. And I felt better with wearing that. So I remember it changed. My next change was, give me a second, I'll be back. My next change was with my clothing. Yeah, that was the next big step. And and so on throughout my middle school years, it was that, I cut my hair shorter, change of clothes, but I still didn't know, what it was I was feeling. I didn't know it yet. So as time goes by, I just continued with a change of shorter hair and a change in my clothes. But once I hit high school years, freshman year is when I decided to be Jake. Yeah, I was still with the colored hair, still that weird kid. I was still learning, but that's when I decided I wanted to be Jake. I remember it was just my name, my name, Jasmine, just started getting to me. Like hearing people call me that started making me feel uncomfortable. And so I decided, what if I wanted to be trans? Like, I started picking up the hints, I didn't like my long hair. I didn't like wearing girly clothes. I still acted a little gay. Like, I was still, acting feminine. But of course I couldn't just, boom, all male in one split second. But I knew then I I didn't want to be a female. Like, I wanted to change and change into a male. So I remember I was gonna go with Alex. I wanted to choose Alex, but I was still young and I was scared. And I remember I had a friend named Alex, and I just remember thinking I didn't want them to think that I was taking their name. I know but then I decided to go with Jake. It just popped out of, my thoughts, just thinking and thinking, and then boom, I thought of Jake. And I was like, Jake, huh? So then I remember posting about it, and I got many comments, I support you, this and that, blah, 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 support, just a bunch of support. And I felt alive, like, okay, this could be it. Like this, I like this. So I decided to become Jake. And freshman year was hard, because I still got called Jasmine, and that's okay, because I was still just a little boy trying to transition. But freshman year was definitely hard, because I remember when I was trying to transition, I just kept getting put down by her still getting called my government name, squeaky voice, and so on. But I continued with my transitioning journey, and I hit sophomore year, and I was getting called Jake more often, Rarely would I hear her or my government name, even though I would still hear it. Jake was overcoming that, So that was good. And then so on, I started testosterone, and the changes were just great. And I kept, hearing from people, wow, your voice got deeper, this and that, hair, and so on. Yeah, so we hit junior year, and that's where I don't remember when's the last time I've been called her, she, my government name. Who is she? I haven't even heard her in a while. It's great, and now I feel better than ever with this whole Jake journey, me. And I just gotta say, I'm very glad I decided to transition, because the gender I was born as, that person was just sad, depressed, no self-confidence, no nothing. They were confused, they were lost. But this Jake, me right now, I am finding new things every day. I am trying new things every day. I'm working on me better than ever, and my confidence has hit the roof. I have gotten so much better with many things I used to struggle with as this person. And I'm just beyond happy that I decided to transition, and I finally figured out who I wanted to be. It's great. And I think it's great how plenty of people out there, I believe some of us, we find that person throughout our middle school year and high school year. But there are still some people who didn't know who they wanted to be until they were, older adults. And I see that, and I'm just like, that's crazy. But they figured out what they wanted to be. Figured out who they wanted to be. Sorry. And they're just happier as that person. And that's great. Here we are in 2020, and we're just rising. The whole LGBT community, we're all just coming out great. And it's not as bad as it was years ago, where a lot of judgment, a lot of people hate against us. But now it's just like, we're rising, we're coming out, lesbians, trans people, bisexual people, all of us just coming out like it's nothing, because we're not afraid. It's 2020, and things have gotten so much better for us, and I think that's great. That's beautiful. So why I decided to transition? Because I wasn't happy with the gender I was born as, and it took me a while to figure that out. But here I am, more happier than ever, being known as a male. And to people out there who are still trying to figure out who they want to be, whatever makes you happy, you go for it, If you are more interested in girls than boys, you go with what makes you more happier. If you know that you are more happier with boy clothing, you know, you made up this little boy name and deep down in you, you know, that's what you want to be called, you go for it. You know, you go for whatever makes you happy. And no matter what people think of you, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching, and I'll be posting again next Friday. So I'll be asking what my next video should be about. So I hope y'all stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Follow me and I'll follow you back.